Taking a look at crypto prices this morning, as you can see, everything is higher. Right now, you've got Bitcoin, as you can see on your screen, 89,000 and change, well off the highs, but still higher today. Ethereum above that 3,000 level. Then you see XRP on your screen. A major crypto bill clearing a key hurdle on Capitol Hill after Kansas Senator Roger Marshall dropped a controversial amendment from the Clarity Act targeting credit card swipe fees. Now, the legislation would regulate and legitimize digital assets. It's got bipartisan support. The Senate Agriculture Committee expected to vote on that bill tomorrow. Joining us now here on our set in New York, Unicoin founder and chief strategy officer Silvina Moschini. Silvina, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
You and your company were part of what you say was the crypto war. And this was Gary Gensler. This was the Biden administration that you felt really penalized you and your colleagues. How are you feeling now under the Trump administration?
I'm very positive about what President Trump leadership and Chair Atkins are doing to turn the United States into the crypto capital of the world. Regulation was badly needed. The changes that the Clarity Act hopefully will bring very soon will be transformational to undo a lot of the damage, multi-billion-dollar damage, especially to our investors. And I believe that this will be instrumental to turn the U.S. into a crypto capital of the world.
And that is something the administration wants to see. Maria spoke with Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, and he made it clear why he pulled his support for the Clarity Act, and that is when the Senate kind of stopped work on the bill. Listen to Maria's conversation with Brian Armstrong.
The Senate's been doing incredible work. I'm still quite optimistic that this bill is going to get done in a very bipartisan and strong way. However, the draft text we did see on Monday night this week, with just 24 hours to review it, we started to look through and noticed there was a few items in there that caused us concern.
I want to talk about the sticking point that you've been raising for a while now, and that is whether platforms are able or should have the ability to pay rewards on or interest on stablecoin.
The banks had their own concerns, and we reached a good outcome in the Genius Act. And now the banks really are coming and trying to undermine the president's crypto agenda. I mean, these are the same banks that, debanked him and his family, right? And they want to come in and say that Americans should not be able to actually earn more money on their money. Our view is that there should be a level playing field where banks and crypto companies can lean into stablecoin legislation as an opportunity, and that includes paying rewards to Americans so that they can earn more money on their money.
Silvina, what did you make of his comments there to Maria and also his move to stop the Clarity Act?
I understand his motivations, but I do believe that the Clarity Act is a broader topic that cannot be further delayed. This is against American people and the industry. So I will not stand with his position. I do believe that this needs to be moved forward.
Okay, so not necessarily agreeing with Mr. Armstrong. Adam.
Yeah, so if I understand, so to help the viewers understand as well, the issue is that right now the government is effectively protecting the banks by not allowing stablecoin issuers to pay interest or pay rewards points on stablecoin. Is that what it boils down to?
The bank has been protecting the legislation has been protecting the banks ever since Gensler administration. This was precisely why we were a target, because we as Unicoin stand very, very strong as even as a small company, as the only company that started and was born as a public reporting and regulations compliant cryptocurrency. This is why they were aimed at distracting. We have 6 years of audited financials, and it was an audited company as well, public reporting, sorry, not listing. And this made us a very strong target because we were poised to become the first crypto company to be ever listed in the New York Stock Exchange. And that is something that would have meant that Gensler lost the war on crypto.
But that plan is still in place for you.
Well, we hope that during the process to approve the Clarity Act, they will bring a much more clear landscape for us to find a path forward.
Okay.
But right now we have been the last targeted of the war on crypto. The Gensler administration filed a lawsuit with very absurd and blatantly false charges that impede an ICO that was led to put our position in the company at $18 billion.
Is that lawsuit still from Gensler's administration? Is that still in place?
Yes, it was done despite the fact that President Trump announced the war on crypto was over, that Gensler was going to be fired, and that Gensler was still in power.
Oh, okay. So you mentioned this in the commercial break. So Unicoin is taking its regulatory fight to the big screen, actually. You released this AI-generated mockumentary. It's called A $1 Trillion Hit Job. Takes aim at the SEC's crypto crackdown under Gary Gensler, the former chair. You mentioned him. Unicoin is currently in an ongoing legal battle, as you mentioned, with the SEC. But what prompted you to make this programming to kind of get your message out there? And has it been effective, more importantly?
Well, thank you. I represent the interests of 7,000 investors from America and from all over the world. And these investors have been deprived of the opportunity to have an ICO that we announced for September 13, not last year, the year before that, with a massive advertising campaign that certainly pissed off Gary Gensler and his team, as you could see.
Good. He's gone, and we're glad you're making his life miserable.
Thank you.
He was horrible.
Yeah.
He was truly horrible, and it was particularly painful to see that many investors lost at the time the opportunity to have their exit because of corrupt officials that operated under Gensler mandate to destroy the industry. And President Trump said, America needs to become the crypto capital of the world. Yes. I am an American citizen. My partner is an American citizen. We represent American investors that deserve to have a very successful ICO, and we are working through the documentary to tell the story.
Well, and that's why I wanted to listen to that interview with Brian Armstrong from Coinbase and Maria, because he said it. Look, this isn't over. There just needs to be some changes, in particular with oversight, the SEC and the CFTC, and kind of the gutting of the CFTC. He made some great points. This isn't over. Just maybe let's make some changes. So that could be good for you, obviously, as well. We're going to follow all of that in Washington.
Thank you.
All right, Silvina Moschini, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it.